Oh, can I loot that can? Ah, yeah. Because that was intended for the generator then. Can loot that as well. I haven't looted that, have I? Ammo box, take all. Have I looted you? Yeah. But not you. Shotgun pellets. No reason not to. Do I have to return this suit? The guy's gonna bust my balls, isn't he? Walking around with sensitive black wing equipment. Oh, can't use our server shell equipped. Damn. Right, well, I'm going to be over encumbered, aren't I, when I stand up out of here? Oh, can just... Nah, I can just unequip it over here, can't I? Don't have to actually return it to its station. I'm fairly sure they're not going to bust my balls for that. 20 out of 31 encumbrance. Is that still? Oh, no. 20 out of 16. Guess I'll have to sell some of this stuff then. But for now, let's get back. Guess it only really affects initiative, so it's not too bad.
Floor level -3. Garrison and isolation ward.
Discuss the training results. Mr. Botherby. Botherby nods grandly. You made it through the briefing without making a total fool of yourself. Congratulations. I'll send a report up the chain about your epic success. You're dismissed, employee. You just had the egg in that, don't you? Yep. Well, I've done my duty. I can retire now. Rest on my laurels. Right, let's go through this door. Seeing as I assume I can do that now. Public terminal, actually. Team Rare. Yeah, so that's just the same stuff. Chimera turret Mark III. I haven't scanned you, have I? You know what this thing is? This thing here between my thumb and my finger. It's my fucking patience, John. There's just a tiny bit left. Only a tiny fucking bit left, John. What have you done, John? Went into the red, John. Just like your bonus last month. I'm not demanding results here and now. I know staffing for the Magellan police force has been cut to the bare minimum. But you could at least do some work, right, John? Antonio? Yeah, Antonio threw Jenkins and Sartre if he's stealing hot dogs. He's pleased as punch about it. Who made you commissar anyway? Who's the fucking saboteur? Ugh, I'm already sick of yelling at you. My god, you two are a couple of dumb shits. I mean, just get me some coffee. Mine's almost finished. And make sure to use plenty of sugar. Ida Grace. Antonio. I want to talk to her. She seems in a bad mood. Maybe I should get her some coffee. I'm gonna do that actually. That guy's got coffee, hasn't he? I wonder whether that'll do anything. I'd probably just have like useless coffee in my inventory, won't I? Instant coffee. Oh. Buy you 2. Ah, empty beer bottle. There you go. A bit of a weird trade, and I definitely think you do not profit from that, but have my empty beer bottle. Ida Grace, I have coffee for you. You see a tall, nervous woman with a steaming cup of coffee in her hand. God damn it. The glittering badge on her chest bears the name Ida Grace. Sipping her coffee nervously, Grace is dressing down a private standing at attention in front of her. You're not soldiers at all. You're rats. You're the worst thing that's happened to the police inside the dome. She pauses to check her email on a communicator. Grace shoves the communicator back into her pocket and continues. Got anything to say about that, Johnny boy? No? What about you, Antonio? How about the thieves who've been stealing relics, poisoning the staff with drugs, and befouling the Magellan like cockroaches? Maybe you caught them? No. Well, why not, assholes? She pivots to face you. What brings you here? Come to see the 3-ring circus, complete with trained shitheads? Well, you come to the right place. Ah, if only I was Blackwing. Hello. Greeting you with a curt nod, Ida peers into your face. I don't recognize you. Haven't been here long, eh? Alright, let's not draw this out. I could really use your help on a mission. Okay. She glances meaningfully at John, who's now silent, and Antonio, who's sitting at the terminal. I haven't heard John say anything so far. He's definitely been silent all along. Did you hear that? Even the newbie has more ambition than you two. The Black finishes her coffee and crushes the cup in her hand. Aha! And she does not have a spare, possibly. Sam the Salmon Fish Sticks. Here's what's happening. I have no idea what those whites are up to, but there are experiments going on all over the dome. And for their experiments, the scientists need volunteers. Well, I mean, volunteers. She makes a gesture with her fingers, symbolizing quotes. I literally just did that. She glances at her communicator again. Why is it taking that asshole so long to write a simple email? What was I talking about again? Right, in the Orange's contracts, they agreed to participate in scientific programs, but the bastards have suddenly remembered their rights, and now I get word that the rats are huddled in the corners, whispering about an escape. They want to abandon their responsibilities at the Magellan and form a street gang in some lockdown facility, fancy crap like that. So, we're saying these guys are SCP D-class personnel. Grace steps forward and looks you straight in the eye. If they're really planning an escape, I can't allow it to happen. I need your help. Who's behind it? She bares her teeth. It's that asshole Lindbergh. Who else could it be? That smart-ass shit-heeled fucker reeks of conspiracy. And what do you do in the experiments? Grace finishes demolishing the remaining bits of coffee in a coffee cup in her fist. That's what I heard anyway. There's a facility. Wait, did I miss it? Weird. That's what I heard anyway. There's a facility where they're transporting people from one place to another, but I'm spacing on what it's called. Say that the device is called a teleporter, though the correct scientific term is a bit different. The black's fingers crumple the cup up flat. Yeah, right, a teleporter. Are you by any chance related to these experiments? I just wonder. I wish. Ada strokes her chin thoughtfully. There's just one problem. You're not from Blackwing, and I can't entrust you with classified information. So act like a fucking Pinkerton. Take a walk in the residential area. Find a couple of loose-tongued oranges, and see what you can find out. Okay, so I'll try to find out about the escape. Alright, well, that's interesting. Has this terminal got anything interesting for me as well? Nope, quite literally no. The game's told me no useful data at all. Yes, please. Wait. Oh. How do I quick transfer? Oh, double click. It's usually like control or shift or something. I need to find someone to sell my stuff to. What the hell's going on there? Fuck. Okay, so it's just how people have to act. Which is unfortunate. Because obviously this is the police station that they're having to tell the police that don't insert that up ass. Okay. I'll have to remember that one. That's going to be hard to remember. So, I spoke to Ida. That'd be good. Don't celebrate whilst zapping people. Right, Jean-Pierre point. The chubby dishevelled soldier is examining the toes of his worn-out boots. Yes, Miss Grace. You're right, Miss Grace. He gives a sigh so deep the metal buttons on his pockets quiver. Oh yeah, does he have anything for sale? I thought there was like an egg and a golden egg for a second. Move away. Antonio Aguirre. Antonio Aguirre, a security officer, reads the nameplate on the table. Only then do you notice Aguirre himself, a skinny, bespectacled young soldier bent over a glowing screen. So that you have come to see someone. Aguirre looks up anxiously. Really? Who exactly? Will you tell me the name at least? So you aren't going to visit anyone? Muttering something with displeasure, Antonio turns back to the screen of his computer. Well, that went well. I'm making friends here in Blackwing. Or Security Wing, or whatever it is. Miguel Swift. Is this the residential bit, then? Does it just mean the residents of this area? I can't see Lindbergh. Right. Abigail Swift. A middle-aged woman gives you a friendly smile. You know what's interesting as well? Most of the... I haven't seen an orange class personnel with like a generic sort of picture, unless this is the generic picture. Which I guess means they do have a lot of stuff that you can do if you're an orange wing, and obviously you have criminal options as well. A middle-aged woman gives you a friendly smile. Hello, please sign the petition to forbid these horrible entertainments. That's what she means. Oh, actually, barter. Shiv. Are you sure you should be showing me that you've got these to sell? I'll buy some lockpicks. I think. No. Do I have the money? Not really. Should get rid of some of this crap, really. She doesn't have any bonds on her, though. Ask her what she means. Games. In each terminal, each communicator, all these falling cubes and flying balls look innocent, but they do zombify people, distract them from work, cause violence. It's one step away from bloodshed. Sign the petition. Save the human race. She holds out a petition to you. So she doesn't like mobile games effectively. I'm not in love with them, but I guess that's good entertainment around here. Refusing to add that you actually like the game, so she's making a mountain out of a molehill. She looks disappointed. Well, I hope you'll understand one day. Does she give me the option to change your mind? Nope. What's that? Elevator of oranges. Bips. Oh yeah, so if I had the shiv and I was an orange, obviously I've got a gun as a normal personnel member, but is that bipping because I've got something, or bipping because I'm allowed to go through because I'm a silver? Guess I could drink that. Bollocks. Yeah, let's just actually drink and eat some stuff, because I think, yeah, withering. Is that sleep? Belt item. Does that just mean I can use it now? Weird. I might as well drink the soda. That got my withering down as well. Cherry soda in an aluminium can. I can't eat the... Oh, drink the Dark Secret Spear, that's weird. Just a belt item, not consumable. But I can consume the soda. Not that I really need anymore. I can't believe she didn't take my coffee though. Show soda effects. Search the boxes. Metal boxes. Relic shards. Don't mind if I do. I guess I should take the matches as well. For crafting's sake. And to prevent the oranges from doing anything weird. Can I pick this? Nope. Nope. Right, required ability rank. So 1 out of 50. Do I have lockpick in there? What's it come under? Is it criminal? Lockpicking, yeah. So is it? But it says I've only got 1 point in it, which is weird. Oh, okay, right, so that's ability rank 25 for the second level. Okay, I was looking at the levels rather than the actual ability ranks. So you'd hire criminal for that. Maybe I'll focus on that next time so I can at least get to unlock the first level of containers. Two more. Limburg? No. The point gap is minimal. Expect the intrigue to continue until the end of the game. What game is it there? Interesting. And the rogues take the lead again. Don't have to search these, it seems. I assume I can just leave most of this stuff here though, to be honest, because I can always come back for it, can't I? Ooh, ugly own capsules. Should just store it in a chest, I wonder. I don't want to store it around the D's just in case they rob off with it. Terminal also doesn't contain anything useful. I'll speak to them before I go into the next area. Loot these boxes. Viewers. Two blacks, a man and a woman, are sipping a beer on a couch in front of a television. They're watching a recording of a baseball game. The Anchorage Huskies against the Crystal Sands Rogues. Are they actual teams, I wonder? Holland's Head, the Rogues runner, streaks from base to base like a hurricane and gets a run for his team. Rogues, 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 chant the blacks, rhythmically punching the air above their heads. Should I also do that? Say the Bush League is for schlubs and one should be cheering for the Rangers. I'll chant rogues as well, why not? Glued to the screen, the female guard claps one hand on the sofa cushion next to her. A fan too? Crash it here, let's watch. Say that as a true fan, you deserve the center of the sofa. Say that was a joke. And so you don't follow sports, but wonder why the blacks are rewatching an old game. I might as well say that. The blacks glance up at you, then exchange looks. The young guard takes a pull on his bottle of beer. Wanna know why we're watching this specific game? What'd you say, Acacia? He gives his mate a gentle nudge. Acacia, a muscular girl with a fro, not that you can see it apparently under the helmet, nudges him back. The rogues are fire. Every season the worst players on the team are sent into the dome, so the guys go balls to the wall. You know, since this game, no one has been sent here. Jaren, what are you laughing at? Your guard points on the screen. Makes sense. If I were them, I'd play like mad too. He nudges Acacia in the side again and she punches him back. She grabs a beer from Jaren and takes a drink herself. You're already inside the dome, idiot. Acacia turns to you. Land here before Sergeant Evers decides to launch a hostile occupation of the entire sofa. You sit down on the couch near the blacks and watch the rest of the match sipping a cold beer. As expected, the rogues win. Acacia summarizes. That match is a firecracker. I can't even remember how many times I've watched it, and it never gets old. Get it from the sofa and leave. Interesting. Can I actually see it? Judging by the billboards passing on the screen, it's fairly old recording. There aren't many sponsors yet. The ever-present Danny Reynolds Supplies and Vixen Guns interchange, taking up almost all the advertising space. However, the stands are absolutely packed. The Crystal Sands Rogues dressed in their striped gear on the field, playing against the Huskies. Watch. A corpulent sports commentator in horn-rimmed glasses appears in the bottom right corner of the screen. I love the word corpulent. It's not used enough. It's me, Bob Parsons, broadcasting live for you again. The girls have just left the field, and we're waiting for the most important game of the season in the Bush League. Today, the Huskies from Anchorage will meet the tough guys from Crystal Sands, a new town outside the dome. Parsons all but climbs into the camera lens. If you've only just recently come out of a coma or spent the last couple of years in cryosleep, I'll tell you what these guys represent. The Rogues are the major sports discovery in recent memory. They are the gladiators of a new era. A baseball team comprised of ruthless motherfuckers who, a short while ago, were doing time in penitentiaries all over the world. The commentator disappears from the screen, but his voice remains. Uwe Rudel. The most sought after armed robber in Berlin, and the most effective outfielder in the league this season. Now he... Continue watching. You're staring at the screen. The Huskies are the first at bat. Geordie McQueen beats the ball hard and darts to the first base, but he's interrupted by the most beautiful flyout. The rogue Milo Kovac clutches the ball. Parsons howls ecstatically from off camera. Milo Kovac! You'd be amazed by the man's grip, if you didn't know that he gouged out his own brother's eyes, with those very same talented hands. Keep watching. The innings flash one after another. The Huskies are good, but the Rogues play with an almost bestial fury that makes up for their lack of skill. Thanks to your attention to detail, you pick up several interesting facts from Parsons about the Rogues, along with watching the game. For example, outfielder Casey Molinari delayed his own execution by killing the doctor who was administering the lethal injection. Mid-administering? Since there weren't any other medical professionals in the prison, Casey was sent into the dome. Shavo Garian avoided punishment 3 times by faking insanity. Pitcher Tim Rowlands beat a ransom passerby so severely the victim's corpse was never identified. Pitcher Tim Rowlands beat a random passerby so severely the victim's corpse was never identified. You eventually get the feeling you're watching a true crime show rather than a baseball game, but that seems to be exactly why the spectators love the Rogues. The game ends as expected. 2 teams of approximately equal skill run neck and neck throughout, but the Huskies end up losing. Rewind back to the beginning. Oh, so I can actually just keep watching it. Do I see anything else when I'm doing this? No, I was wondering whether I'd notice anything interesting. Oh well, other than watching the game. I'm not too knowledgeable about baseball, but you know, sounds interesting. Just gonna leave that here. I might as well save on loot and stuff anyway. Wait until a little bit later. Okay, so that's Jason Rain and Austin Bergman. An orange is scrubbing the floor under the tireless gaze of a black standing next to him and barking out orders. The guard touches the rag with the tip of his boot. You're doing it wrong, Rain. In response, the orange mumbles gruffly into his long grey beard without lifting up his head. I'm doing the best I can. You don't like it, mop it yourself. Or maybe you could train a monkey to do it with your spare time. Intentionally tread on the clean path. That's harsh. Continue listening to that smack talk. The security guard shakes his head, obviously annoyed. I'll tell you one more time. You did it right during the test, but now you're just spreading dirty water everywhere. You're making circular motions, but you need to zigzag. Zigzag. grey-bearded scrubber skies. I had a hangover during the cleaning test. My hands were shaking. But circles work much better, really. Interference, how that moving them up sinusoidally is the optimal solution. Both the black and the orange turn to stare at you as though you're an alien from a distant galaxy. The guard glares at you. Sinusoidally? He replies disapprovingly. Sinusoidally, Rain echoes, the rack in his hands dripping soapy water. The orange sighs again and goes back to work, grumbling, sinusoidally, give me a fucking break. The black points at the elevator. You better get sinusoidally lost. Don't sabotage our work process. Well, I love making friends. Wait, can I sleep on that? Oh yeah. I guess that's how I get rid of withering. Other than drinking soda.